friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Victoria. I make videos every week here on my channel about lifestyle, motherhood, and natural living. I would love if you would give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this one. So we are a homeschooling family, and I homeschool our two toddlers. We have a 3.5-year-old little boy and a 2-year-old little girl, and we are in the preschool phase of homeschool. So I'm going to bring you along with me today as I go about our activities and lessons for the day. I grab all of the materials and set everything on the kitchen counter, and then we move on to our morning basket time, which is our daily library books for the day. We go into the sunroom, we sit down with a blanket, they have snacks and water. We always start our day by rolling some essential oils on our palms and then breathing those in. And then I like to start with a gratitude journal. This is a family gratitude journal, so it's questions for the kids. So we just kind of write in that for a couple of minutes, and then we move on to reading library books. I try to read between 5 and 6 per day, and I try to have 1 or 2 of them be seasonal or related to the month. For January, we're just doing winter. So we're reading, and I just wanted to include this clip of my 2-year-old climbing all over me while I'm trying to read to my son. This is a book about the alphabet, and so I'm going through each page and having him tell me what each letter is, and that's what's taking so long with this one particular book. So we're going page by page, and he's telling me what each letter is. And while he's doing that, the baby is crawling all over me. She wants attention, and I believe at some point she starts throwing a little fit, but I just had to include these clips because I thought they were hilarious, and a real life look into what it's like to homeschool and to have children of multiple ages. So moving on to the activities and lessons portion of our day, now that reading is over with. My son is grabbing their table and chairs, and I'm going to prep and get everything ready for them to paint. On this day, they painted a couple different things, and then they also drew on some stockings that I got from Dollar Tree with some markers. So the first thing I'm going to do is lay a silicone mat on the table. This is an IKEA baking mat, and it fits perfectly on the little IKEA kids table, and that just helps with any messes. And then I'm going to get their smocks on them, and then go ahead and get their activities ready to go, get all of their paint supplies ready to go so that they can start. We have a schedule for homeschool where we do crafts on Monday. Monday, my kids go to the chiropractor in the morning, and then after the chiropractor, we go to the library, and that takes up most of our morning. So we keep Mondays pretty simple and just do crafts. And then on Tuesdays, that's our language day. So there's language specific activities in addition to their daily work. They do daily work Tuesday through Friday, which includes lots of different things, lots of different subjects. On Wednesdays, they do math. I use that term very loosely, like my son is working on numbers and counting, and my daughter is working on shapes. On Thursdays, they do science, so we will do science experiments or an engineering activity or something related to animals, something like that. And then on Fridays, we play board games and build with blocks and magnet tiles and things like that. So that's really fun for them. They really enjoy that. So that's the kind of daily schedule that we have. And again, they do daily work Tuesday through Friday. And that's just kind of how we go about it. So now I'm going to hand them their painting supplies, and they're going to get started. So while they're painting little porcelain ornaments that I got from Dollar Tree, I am setting up their next activity, which is coloring some stockings with markers. I also got these stocking coloring kits from Dollar Tree. So I'm taking the lids off of the markers. I think I discovered that some of them were dried out, so I had to run upstairs and grab some out of my stash that I have. So I get that all set up and ready to go, and I put it to the side, and I'm going to work on my to-do list, cross things off, and I always have a stack of planners and pens with me everywhere I go. So while they are painting, I am tidying up, looking at the markers to see which ones are in fact dried up. I'm going to throw those away, recycle any cardboard that can be recycled, and just kind of tidy up the counter so that I can get ready to put together the next painting activity that they're going to do after they color the stockings. So I'm just constantly trying to keep the ball rolling and make sure that everything is going really smoothly, and it just helps our day go smoother. Also, toddlers are really impatient. They don't want to wait for me to get the next thing set up. When they're done with what they're doing, they're ready to move on to the next thing, and they don't like to wait in between. So I am going to grab their paint trays with the porcelain ornaments. I'm going to get the ornaments put onto paper plates to dry that have their names on them so I know whose is whose. And I'm going to clean up the trays a little bit so that there's not any wet paint left over, and then I'm going to get their little wooden gingerbread houses and their paint in their palettes and get them set up to do the next thing. The gingerbread houses are from Dollar Tree as well. So while I'm getting that set up, here they are finishing up coloring their stockings. And once they were done with that, I was able to just hand them their trays with the gingerbread houses and the paint, and they were able to move on to painting those. While they were painting those, this is the last craft activity of the day, I was able to continue to order groceries and continue to work on, any planning that I needed to do, any list making, any of that stuff. I was also able to get some more stuff tidied up. I was writing their names on the back of their stocking so I know whose is whose, and just getting stuff done. It's constant doing stuff and multitasking and trying to make sure that I'm doing as much as I can while they're occupied doing their activities that they don't need my help with. So as you can see, the lighting has changed quite a bit. After they finished painting the gingerbread houses, my 2-year-old started melting down because she needed a nap. So we had lunch, they took naps, and now we're going to do our daily work for the day after nap time. So I think right here we're working on handwriting, and my 2-year-old is being a menace and just destroying things. She's supposed to be working on a little puzzle, but she comes and goes as she pleases. Now we are sitting down in the sunroom again, and we're working on alphabet flashcards. These are mainly for my 2-year-old. My 3.5-year-old mastered his alphabet over a year ago, I think. So this is mainly for her, but he sits down and does it too. We also have a color wheel for him, and he is learning about primary and secondary colors and what happens when you mix certain colors together. So we're working on that. And then he also has a weather wheel, so we look outside and we we say what kind of weather we're having, and we look at the type of clouds, and I name the type of clouds that we see. And so that's part of our daily work. We do that every single day. So now we are done with our homeschool for the day. I am getting everything kind of put away into bins and separating out the daily work from the stuff that gets stored upstairs in the homeschool closet. I store some stuff downstairs, and the majority of the non-daily stuff is all stored upstairs. So I'm carrying all of that up and putting it in the homeschool closet. Let me know if you would like a detailed tour of the homeschool closet and the area where I keep our daily work downstairs. All of our library books are stored downstairs. I really love organization, and I really love homeschool materials, so I'm super passionate about it, and that closet makes me so happy. So I am back downstairs now, and I'm kind of washing a couple of dishes in the sink, and I'm going to wash up the finger painting trays and get all of the paint cleaned up from their painting activities. And then that's it for the day. I'm going to make dinner and move on with the evening routine. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a like if you did, and subscribe if you would love to see more videos from me. I'll be uploading every single week. So that's it for now. Bye everyone.